Good day. I just want to put my thoughts about the comments I want to make about the video titled The Horrors of Birth in a Predatory Narcissistic World, which is published by Liberty for Scapegoats, Narcissism, Survivors Information. And what I basically want to say is that what really matters in this life is what you do. Nothing else matters. Everything else, like the book of Solomon, is wisdom book is talking about, is that anything else is temporarily superficial, vain, etc. The only hope to make something good with this life, no matter the type of life you have, no matter how rich or poor you are, is what you do with it. And it's not true that this life is not worth to be lived. Not because there is so much joy and happiness in it, from my perspective anyways, but because of the mission that was given to us. We are here for a mission. That's all that matters. And he's mentioning Christ, just like he's mentioning Buddha and anybody else. But and we'll make sure that we're talking about the real Christ, which he wasn't a white European. He wasn't white because he was not a European. This white Jesus is the Jesus of the Freemasons and secret societies. Also, if this life, because when you go through is video, is audio, which is far from being bad, by the way. It's just that it's really not complete. That's why I'm completing it with my comments. Is that because when you listen to this audio from beginning to end, it is giving you the impression that this life is not worth to be lived. And it's not true. This life is hard. This life is hard. This life is tough. Again, from my perspective anyways. But if this life was not worth to be lived, then the real Christ would not have come to destroy the works of secret society, the works of secret societies and the works of the devil. If this life wasn't worth living, then it would not have come. To save the wheat. That's very important to understand, because the only way you can really make sense of this life is to consider why the real Christ came which tells you why you're here. Because we're not, it's it really is not much sense to make of this life, because this domain is the domain of Satan, Saturn, and the synagogue of Saturn, which is bigger than just the scribes and Pharisees. There is much, much, much more about this synagogue of Saturn. And by the way, religion, all religions and politics goes hand in hand. It's a big part of the synagogue of Saturn. And there are many proof of that. You just have to study how the religious people are dressing and how the political and so-called honorable people are dressing, which clearly indicates that they are of the synagogue of Saturn. Because if you study what the fallen angels did when they came down, some of them had specialities, and politics is from the fallen angels, and religion with a S is also from the fallen angels. Just to play with people's mind, basically, and put people against each other, basically. That's why that's what those religions are for. It's just to divide the human race. There's no other reason than that. Because while you're busy splitting the hair in four for things that don't really matter, then you don't see the big picture. And the real Christ came to reveal to us what the real picture is. So I needed to make comments, because if you just really listen to this audio, and it's like saying we are here for no reason. Of course, if you consider that happiness and joy is the reason for being here, then you will have a problem with it, of course, because happiness and joy, real happiness and real joy in this world is not that easy to reach, because the more you know, the more reasons you have to be sad. This is also what the wisdom of Solomon said. And so this life is about mission. You need to know your mission. And the best way to know your mission is to talk to the creator of the universe. I'm not talking about the one who is behind the secret societies. I'm talking about the loving creator of the universe. And when you have your eyes open, you can see love around you, in the sense that creation is love. Beauty in this creation is love. we need to not be too much pessimistic, even though from my perspective I have it very hard. But when you hear those birds, when you see those little animals, when you see those little cats and dogs, and you see the trees, you see the nature, this is love from the creator of the universe. When you see all that is nature, you can feel the love from the creator. And of course, if Christ would not have come, that would be another story altogether. But it did come, and there are proofs in history about the fact that he did come. I mean, the real Christ, the one who was against the secret societies and against the God of this world. And some of them are calling him Satan, but he has other names. He's disguising himself as God. But remember, God is a title. Plus, if you reverse God, what do you get? Dog. So, the God of this world is a psychopath. He really is. And the real Christ came to destroy the deeds of the psychopathic God who is behind all those secret societies, who created religions with an S, including Christian religions. So the real Christ came, and he came to give to the wheat, because there is only two groups of people on this earth, the wheat and the tares. And he came to he came to save the wheat. And yes, the wheat had to be saved because you can be influenced. And so the more you know the real Christ, the more you know the real creator of the universe, the more you're in touch with what he gave. Well, I'm not sure he is a he anyways, but well, this religion says that he is a he, but I would not be so sure, because the God who is behind Saturn happens to be called Father, so I would not be so sure about that. But the creator of the universe is just, we need to have the proper perspective, and the proper perspective is given to us by the real Christ, who said that there is a spiritual war, and he clearly showed us the way, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. Thanks for listening.